Hey everybody, Morante here. Welcome to my trade review on how not to manage a small account. I'm going to kick this one off by plugging one of my videos. It was the first trade I took yesterday. It was a paper account trade, and I wanted to review that because this was my bread and butter setup that I was kind of looking for the rest of the day that you'll see. But I took it right at open. And this type of play consists of three things happening. You've got your buy-side liquidity here, you've got your market structure shift right here, and a fair value gap being created during that market structure shift. So I entered straight off the fair value gap, about 49 even, I think. Took a little bit of heat there, but my stop was towards the top of this candle, so nothing too dangerous. And then my take profit was originally set there, but I kind of felt like I was reaching, and I got it at 41. So a nice 8 handles in the morning. I tagged that and decided, at least I thought I decided, that I was going to just stop for the day and just kind of move on with my Friday. But I didn't. I decided to switch over to my small account, my small live account. And this small account, I started it this month. It's got $500 in it. I got it up to 560 after 3 winning trades, and I told myself that, let's shut it down for the month, and we'll come back in April and we'll try it again. That's a 12% increase in 1 month. That's good for any account. And then, we'll just keep paper trading for the rest of the month. But that's not what I did today. For some reason, I decided to try and trade that today in possibly the worst way, and I'll explain that a little bit more here. But let me start with what I thought I saw for this trade. So I thought I saw buy-side liquidity here, market structure shift here, and then this fair value gap right here, and then there's also, a couple more throughout this whole drop. So I entered up off 39.48, this very first fair value gap, and I saw this drop. I thought for sure we were going to break this 8:30 opening price and sweep these lows. So I had my take profit at 10 handles, which is 50 points, or sorry, $50, and which would have been a huge win. But my problem was I was so set on that happening. I also set my stop loss at 10 handles at 58. And going into the trade, I told myself, you know what, I'm okay with losing all of the profit I made this month on this one trade, and we'll just see how it goes. But what I failed to realize here, this was my setup, was that I had already missed the play. The actual play was buy-side liquidity right here, market structure shift right here, fair value gap. And this play would have been fantastic, but I didn't see it. But you had actually 3 entries to it, really 4, but 3 entries to take profit and re-enter. So you've got this one for 5 handles, you've got this one for 5 handles, and then you've got this one for a lot more than that. And that was the play. And what I failed to realize, because I was so bearish and I wouldn't change, I was too stubborn, was that this was actually a beautiful bullish play that I entered short on. And there's my exit right there. But again, you've got sell side liquidity there. You've got several market structure shifts, either here, here, here. Let's do this one. All with fair value gaps. One right here, one right here, one right here. With great retracements back into them for you to take it long. And I just didn't see that in time. So that's what really upsets me about this. If I would have put my stop at a more reasonable thing, like this is the fair value gap I entered off of. If I put my stop above this candle, took my 5-point loss, maybe I then would have actually seen these setups and been able to take it long and hit this move right here. So this is where it gets really ugly, because after I got out of this play, I all of a sudden was no longer okay with taking a 10-point loss. Funny how that goes. So what I ended up doing was being very emotional and revengey and doing everything that you could have done wrong. And I wanted to make this video because I got out of it. I didn't hurt my account anymore, but that doesn't mean I was right. This is not how you want to handle this situation at all. But here we go. So I took another 3 trades this day. This is on Friday. One was right here. Now, you got to be thinking, Morente, what are you doing there? This is none of what you just went over. You are correct. This is a bad play. This is a stupid emotional play. So I got in thinking that they're going to sweep this and they're going to at least retrace it down into these fair value gaps. And they didn't need to do that. That didn't need to happen. I got really lucky and I was able to take 3 handles off of it. And I got back, a third or so of what this loss was. And I think I just kind of rode a high there and thinking, oh, that was really cool. Great job. And now that I'm able to come down from that high, I realized that this was a very dumb play. Please do not do this. This is not going to help you out most of the time. So I entered long here, and this is actually a play that I didn't hate, because this is a setup that I've been seeing, and I was able to do it yesterday as well on my paper account. But this consists of a huge move from something. I don't recall what this was from. But you've got 2 fair value gaps. It dips into the second one, and as it comes back into the first one, I set a buy limit order, trying to hit a pump. Not much of one, just a little bit, like back into here. And I didn't catch this whole move. I got out at right here. But another 3 handles. I was risking 3, so I got in at 69.25, and my stop was below this. So just risking 3 handles to make 3 handles. So I've done these 2 plays. I've got back about half or so of that loss, and I realized at this time I was being emotional, I was being revengey, and I needed to just take a break. So I took the lunch hour off, closed the charts down, came back after lunch, right at the 1 o'clock macro here, and I entered a short play here, and this was a stretch. It was better than these 2, because the setup was there, but really wasn't like nearly as great. The movement wasn't as good as these first these first couple of plays over there. But needless to say, the setup was there, and I took it, and I'm not upset about it because I did have my stop at a reasonable spot, but also got a little lucky. So you've got your buy side liquidity there. You've got your market structure shift right here, and a very tiny fair value gap right there. So I entered off of that, hoping that this 1 o'clock macro was just going to kind of bring everything down, at least retrace to kind of the 50% of this move up here. And I was only going for 5 handles. I wasn't taking my take profit at any structure, just 5 handles, and we'll see how it goes. Got pretty close to my stop right there, and then it came back, and then it kind of chopped around, and then I was lucky enough to, right on the nose, get 5 handles before it took off on me. So this was really lucky, and this 100% finished my day. I got back, ended up green, $2.25, but that's not really what I want to take away from this. I want to take away that this was just a bad trading day, even though I was green, a whopping $2. I just want to reiterate, this is not how you want to trade a small account. You do not want to take 1 loss and have to have 3 wins make up for it. It really should be the other way around. But I really wanted to share this, if anything, just so I can watch it back myself and remind myself what not to do in these sort of situations. It's best to just close down, move on, try again the next day, because this easily could have been a much worse day than it ended up being, and I got a little lucky. But I hope you all enjoyed this video. It's kind of a longer one, and maybe somebody will learn from it. And if you like it, please shoot it a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and until next time, happy trading.